Hey guys, welcome back to another holiday episode. Today we're making homemade Advocaat because I am tired of chasing down bottles. It's not that popular here in Canada and it's hard to find. If you're unfamiliar with Advocaat, it's basically a traditional Dutch liqueur made from eggs and brandy. So we're going to need some brandy, we're going to need some vodka as well, we're going to need 10 eggs, some sugar, some salt, some vanilla, and a pinch of cinnamon. So we're going to start by cracking some eggs, all our eggs. We need just the yolks. So we're separating 10 whole eggs and we're reserving the yolks. Now do yourself a favor, don't throw out those egg whites. That's 10 egg whites. So keep them. You can actually freeze egg whites for up to 3 months. And you can make yourself a meringue. You can make yourself some whiskey sours. Don't throw it out. All right, to that we're going to add our sugar, a cup and a third of sugar. We're going to add a half teaspoon of salt and an eighth of a teaspoon of cinnamon. All right, now grab a whisk and we're going to get stirring. Just stir that all up. We're going to stir for about 5 to 10 minutes. It's actually really hard to stir on the bar cart here, so I'm actually going to take this off camera and come back. This is about 4 minutes of stirring. As you can see, it's really well combined. We're going to keep going for about another 4 minutes until we get to this light yellow ribbony stage. Look how it's smooth it is. All the sugar's dissolved and it's nice and stringy and ribbony. All right, now we got to add our booze. So we're going to add a cup of brandy. I'm using Saint-Remy, which is a French brandy. A whole cup. Brandy. All right, that's not enough booze. We also want some vodka in there because we want this stuff pretty alcoholic. So we're going to do 2/3 cup of vodka. So grab your vodka of choice. I'm using Russian Standard. Any vodka will do. 2/3 cup. So there's 1/3. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell. Get notified when we release new content. And there's our second 1/3 cup. Okay, we're just going to mix that in, so incorporate all that liquor in with the custard. And then we're moving to the stove. We're going to set up a double boiler. So I got some simmering water, and I'm going to put my bowl right on top. And we're just going to stir constantly until this reaches a temperature of 130 Fahrenheit. Very handy to have a thermometer in the kitchen. So we're stirring constantly. This took about 15 total minutes of stirring. Yes, it's long. You could do this directly in the bowl, in the pot, but you run the risk of burning it, and you'll have wasted all that brandy. After that, we're going to strain it into a measuring cup in an ice bath. The reason for this is we're going to catch if there's any kind of egg particles that didn't really dissolve. We're going to catch that in the strainer, and we also want it to cool off to stop cooking. So leave it in the ice bath for a couple minutes. This is also where we're going to introduce our vanilla extract. And there you have it. There's your Advocaat. It's done. All that's left is to let it chill, and then we're going to bottle it up, slap on a sexy label, and then it needs to chill in the fridge for minimum 6 hours. I did overnight. And then you're ready to use it. So here's where we go. We're going to make a Snowball Cocktail. So I learned this one from Steve the Barman, and apparently this is basically the UK's version of eggnog. So we're going to do 2 ounces of our homemade Advocaat. Give it a good shake. This is homemade. It tends to kind of separate. Give it a good shake before using. So 2 ounces. Here's a tip. If you got a double jigger like I do, don't use the 2 ounce side. Use the 1 ounce side and just do 2 pours because our next ingredients will pick up all that residue because look how thick this stuff is. Look at that. It's so thick. So traditionally this is just Advocaat, lime juice, and lemon lime soda, which apparently in the UK they call lemonade. I didn't know that here. Here in Canada, US, lemonade is just water, lemon juice, and sugar. Yeah. Okay, next up we're going to add our 1/2 ounce of lime juice. And then because I like to booze it up a little more, I'm going to add a 1/2 ounce of bourbon. You could also do cognac. Steve the Barman did sherry in his video. Either of those would work great. I like the bourbon. Okay, so last up, you would top off with your lemon lime soda, maybe like Sprite or something like that. But Steve the Barman recommended this Fever Tree Spiced Orange Ginger Ale, and I absolutely love it. So that's what I'm going to do. Great tip there, Steve. This stuff is fantastic. So then we're going to stir it, because that thick Advocaat, we want it to mix in with all the other ingredients. Give it a stir, top off with a little more of our ginger ale, and then we're going to drop in a nice straw. Now you could garnish here with some nutmeg, maybe some Luxardo cherries. I don't think it needs a garnish. I mean, this nice foam forms on top, and it just looks great. And it's a fantastic drink. It's kind of like a lighter eggnog, and it's made even better with the homemade Advocaat. Store-bought is great, but this homemade stuff, it's creamier, it's fresher, it's richer. It's just amazing. Check out some of these other great YouTubers that have come out with some awesome Advocaat recipes. I mentioned Steve the Barman, Just Shake or Stir, and Angry Cocktails also made some great Advocaat drinks. Links are below. Check those out. And that's it for me, guys. Christmas right around the corner. We still got more holiday drinks to do. We'll see you next time. Cheers.